Sure, but I need to warn you, the battery's almost dead on this thing. Tell us whatever you can. Anything you might have passed that our drivers could look out for. There's a signpost right here. It says, Uedu viewpoint and picnic area half a mile. The car disappeared just past the sign. I'm crossing the road now, in case I can see anything over the other side. Please be careful, Mrs. Matheson. There are skid marks on the tarmac. I think I can see tyre tracks in the grass. It slopes away after that, and it's too dark to see down the slope. No, stay back from the edge. Our officers will look into it. I can't see any lights. I'm worried I might have gone into the river.
Her Day in Court 1. My trial has barely begun, and no testimony heard, but already I know that in the eyes of this court, I am an abomination. As I gaze from the dock and take in all the faces gazing back, I think of the opinions they have formed, the hateful things they have written and said. I think of how once it stung, but my skin has grown thicker over time, and I have worse things to endure now than mere words. They have to be respectful in their conduct within these walls, no shouting and barracking like when the van with its blacked-out windows pulled up outside the prisoner's entrance, a desperate photographer extending a hopeful arm and firing blind with a flash gun as he pressed himself perilously close against the moving steel. One of these days, the vehicle's going to run over one of those reckless idiots' feet. Several tons of G4S hardware degloving the flesh from crushed and shattered bones as it rolls across his instep. All in the service of striving for, at best, a blurry, low-contrast image of some scared and wretched prisoner cowering inside. It would be a valuable illustration of the risk-benefit equation pour encourager les autres. To them, I am someone who ought to have been grateful for all that life apparently gifted me, not asked for more. I should have settled for what I was dealt, as it was generous enough in other people's estimation. The actions I took in pursuit of my desires, to better my lot, and to extricate myself from an intolerable situation, these were unforgivable, depraved. Society's judgment is always harsher upon a woman who has done grave deeds to get what she wants, a woman who has challenged their values, violated the accepted order of things. It's a crime against society, a transgression of unwritten rules that are far more precious than those inscribed in law. With this thought, I glance across the room, and to my surprise, feel a sorority, even with the woman I came to regard as my enemy. The woman who laid me low, brought my deeds to light. In our own ways, we both acted for the purest of reasons. Her I respect. Everyone else is merely white noise to me now. I do not expect anyone's sympathy. I do not seek forgiveness from people who have never been tested like I was. I may be guilty, and I may be sentenced, but I will not be condemned. Not by those who cannot understand. Nobody here can judge me until they know the whole truth. Until then, their opinions are no more than impotent, angry words, and haven't those been in spate since this business first came to light. Just think how they were exercised by the revelation that this bitch murdered her husband. The tone was one of boiling anger, and at the heart of it all was one single rhetorical question. How dare she? How dare she? There's a thought. Nobody ever asks, how dare he, when a man kills his wife? The coverage is coloured by sombre tones, its language muted and respectful. It's like they're reporting on a death from disease or calamitous mishap. It's dreadful, but it happens, poor thing, so tragic, it seems to say. And like disease or disaster, the follow-up is about asking...